Hey guys, it has been quite a little bit since I've sent a video up, and I'm just going to start unboxing this while I talk. But yeah, so the last time I recorded like kind of a string of videos back to back to back, and I told y'all it's not that I just magically came into a bunch of money and started buying a bunch of expensive shoes all of a sudden, but I've been working on a project that I wasn't really allowed to say a lot about. And so now that it's getting a little bit closer, I can actually start talking about it. So there's a guy that I've mentioned in some of my other videos, and he's where I've, purchased several of my, shoes before. I've mentioned I buy a lot of them from a website called zoofashions.com out of the UK, since I can get them at a bit of a discount. But he's sort of a guy who's in New Jersey, so I say local as in like he's in the United States, but it kind of depends where you're from if local is accurate. That he runs a Facebook group called Christian Louboutin Collective, and that is a great place to kind of go to just like share pictures, or if you just like to like other people's pictures of Louboutin shoes, it's there. There's a little bit of buying and selling, people kind of asking like for legitimate checks on their shoes, things like that. But it's a great kind of community to just kind of check in on if you have some questions or just want to share anything that you like about the shoes. But yeah, so I've been helping him, I wouldn't say develop because he's a programmer who's doing that, but I've been helping him with the sort of design and layout of a new like website slash app. And without going into a whole lot of details about that, it's basically going to kind of be a blend social media, like enthusiast forum, but also like a place to buy and sell. And there's a lot of cool things about it, but I'm going to let him sort of release those details. But if you want to follow along, you can currently either through Christian Louboutin Collective find that out. He also has an Instagram. It's Fine Design. It's D, but the E in design is a 3, so it's like D3 SIGN. But also, if you go on Instagram as of this video, it's Hemlock, like HEMLOCK. Hemlock, I think it's _app is the name, and there you can kind of follow along and find any updates on that as it's coming out. But anyways, let me like unbox this since you're kind of just staring at me, but I didn't want to be making all this noise while trying to talk to you. So this is one of the more recent pairs that I picked up from him. I was looking for another low top shoe just because I've got now, I mean, you can kind of see me in the background, but I've got like a whole bunch of sort of high tops. I'd say a whole bunch, probably like 4 or 5 now. And I've got a bunch of there's sort of like dress shoes and dress boots. They're still pretty shiny red because I do like to protect mine with like zag screen protectors on the bottom. And I've got some videos that talk about how that wear and tears and like how to apply them. If you're interested in that, that's all available. But yeah, I wanted another pair of low tops just because it's, summer, it's hot. Like I need some things that I can wear with shorts. Some people love wearing high tops with shorts. I don't. I like to reserve those for my jeans. So yeah, we're just opening up this pair here. This one, they are not in the dust bag. So when I opened it, I saw them right away because sometimes they're hiding in the dust bag. I'm like, ooh, it's like extra layer of excitement. And I'm just gonna pull these out and kind of look at them. I'll hold them up for you while I'm looking at them. It's kind of interesting. So I knew, obviously I saw a picture of these, right? I didn't just like send me a random shoe, right? And I kind of like sort of the green on it. In fact, I wore a little bit of a, something I might wear with this. And yeah, it's actually kind of cool. This is this material here. It's like on camera it's showing up a little more blue, but it's definitely kind of a teal greenish blue suede. And I would almost call this like a camel, maybe a little bit darker than a camel, but also a suede. And this is a really cool, I mean, I guess you would call it like silver, but it almost has just like a drop of like a champagne color to the silver. It's actually kind of cool. It's this little unique from some of the other silver ones I've seen in person. And the back has this really cool just kind of copper detail. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting shoe. It's kind of spongy. But yeah, I just thought I'd grab another pair. So my most worn low top, I just happen to have it handy, is this guy, and it's got a bit of like kind of the sparkle and craziness going on, and I just wanted something else that's like a little unique to show that. Now I've been wearing these a bunch lately, and I have just got home and I haven't really cleaned this yet, but I definitely need to do that. But there you go, it's a brand new, nice, beautiful, shiny sole. And I'm sure you guys are fairly familiar, with what these things come with in the box. Keep the spikes protected. But yeah, they're going to come with, extra spikes. that are in here. And I will say, actually, and I'm going to do another video about this later, the one exception to that I've noticed is the style that's called the Lou Mix, which has just kind of like the different like beading type of spikes. This style, at least this one I own, did not come with any extra spikes because each one is so kind of unique. And I'll bring this up in another video, but I did have a spike actually fall off of that, and it is the only shoe I've had a spike fall off of, and I was like, great, the only pair that I don't have an extra spike for, but I was able to reach out to the, like, Christian Louboutin, website, and they got me in touch with the repair people, and they were able to track down the exact colorway for that, and they were able to send those to me, and I will be applying that on there. But anyways, point is they do come with the spikes. A lot of these will come with an extra set of laces, sometimes in another color, sometimes just like an extra set, just so if they kind of get dingy in the white ones, you can just kind of get an extra set. But yeah, I just thought this was kind of a cool pair. I thought the copper was just kind of fun. Again, when I originally got these, I thought they were like super blingy, but what I found is like in the sun when they kind of shine, I'm out like at brunch or something, people are always like, oh, those are really cool shoes, what are those? And so I thought something that kind of had that metallic was just, a little bit unique. I mean, obviously the spikes, like seriously, like what shoes have these, right? That's already kind of a staple that's unique. But yeah, that was kind of why these ones stood out to me. I just wanted to grab another summer pair, and like I said, just thought I would share them with you. Just kind of give you another sort of look at it. I guess maybe I should have brought up the name of this pair just because I don't even know what this one is called. It is the Louis Jr. Spike Orlato Flat VET. I'm assuming that's cut off for something else, but yeah. So the Louis Jr. Spikes is obviously just like the classic low top cut with the spikes in the front. And for those that don't know, a lot of the different shoes that say the word Orlato, it has to do with how this sort of piping is. It has to do with whether that's more stitched at the bottom and kind of hidden versus more of this exposed piping. So all the ones you ever notice that say the word like Orlato, like that's usually going on. For instance, this other pair that's also a Louis Jr. Spikes, you'll notice it's got just that stitching that is not sort of like the puffy stitching on the side. I really don't know a better way to describe that to you. But that's sort of one of the differences, and again, when you see that name, that's what that means. But on the note of, I feel like I'm just rambling, right? Just entertaining you. But on that note about needing to replace this little spike, in fact, you may not be able to see it, but that one right there is the one that's needing to be picked up. But there is a new guy that I actually met through the Christian Louboutin Collective Facebook group who just started up a channel. Like, I was his 10th subscriber, like, 2 days ago. But what I think is cool, though his channel is really, really new, is he has some excellent little quick videos, and he's planning to do a lot more of restoring Christian Louboutin shoes. And some of the ones I noticed, it was like a real junker looking pair, and he walked through like how he cleans up and brightens the sole, kind of cleaning the shoelaces. He talks about, I'm not necessarily like literally taking an iron to your shoe, but how to kind of iron and crisp up and straighten up the sides of them. And he's got some before and after videos of him holding them up, and like I'm telling you, there's some huge differences there, and that might be something for some of you who either have an older pair, or maybe you come across, something that you want to see if you can kind of restore it because you picked up at a bit of a good deal. I think that it's probably a great channel, like once he kind of gets his, user base going. But yeah, the channel is called, what's it called? Restore and Conquer, which I thought was kind of a cool name. And at least when I looked it up the other day, Restore and Conquer, kind of in the search, it was sort of like a white logo or like a white circle with like the, black lettering of the R and C for Restore and Conquer. But again, that I think is going to be a great channel to kind of follow. And he seems like he's a pretty cool guy, knows what he's talking about, and I'm just kind of excited for his content. So, yeah, I just figured I'd give you guys one last shot of the shoe. I'm sorry if I'm just rambling randomly. I usually don't do a lot of video editing and just hit play and see what happens. So, once again, thank you guys for watching. Have a great night, have a great day, depending when you're watching. Have a good one.